Hi, Silver Collective. Welcome to your reading. There is an excitement in this collective that I've been picking up on. And as I have been getting other collectives kind of lining up and queuing up so I can record videos for them, I have felt Silver Collective energy buzzing quite a lot with people that are excited to listen to it. So I, of course, am excited to hear that. And sorry that I also do a bunch of other stuff. So this is not the only collective group I'm channeling for. And friendly reminder that if you resonate with this collective, there may be others in my collective that you resonate for. My collectives, it's seeming like are capturing people at specific points in their journey and progressing with them along from there. So whatever collective kind of cries out to me and gives me a name for it, I am taking that name, and then whenever that collective pops back in to say like we need a channeling, basically, or like we need a little Reiki or we need a little something, I'm helping them with that. So anyway, we will continue learning what these collectives are containing and how this all progresses. I'm having a lot of fun, so I hope you are too. And with that said and out of the way, I'm going to get into your channeling. So I see something blooming on the horizon for you. I'm seeing the image of a sunrise. I'm also seeing the image of a sunset. And there's this like kind of sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. Excuse me, I'm having a confirmation burp there. There's this feeling of like weightiness, of like you have moved through something that is difficult. Excuse me. And now, even though you're staring at this bright sunrise, this new period of your life, you have to say goodbye to the old period. And I feel like there's a little resistance in letting go here. Like you may be holding on to old things, like a little bit of scarcity mindset may be affecting you at this time. I feel like you're so sad to see some of these things go because you have such good memories with some of these things. I'm looking at old trinkets, clothing, paraphernalia, beds, bed frames, sweaters, vests, tuxedos. I'm seeing all sorts of stuff that has memories attached to it. And Spirit is really strongly urging me right now to tell you, did you know that things have memories attached to them? So whenever you store these things, you store those memories along with them. Sometimes we mistakenly think that by giving up the item, we lose the memory, but that is not the case. We simply lose the daily reminder of what that memory is or was or will be. So for some of you, you need to understand, like it's urgently important that you understand right now that your items all have memories attached to them, and it's bigger than you. Decluttering is so much bigger than you think it is. Getting rid of what's in your space, being intentional about what's in your space is so important. I cannot stress this enough, because the vibration y'all are riding at right now is so high that you're going to be brought down by an environment that's not accurately reflecting back the frequency that you're emitting. I hope that makes sense to you. But consider it this way. Consider if you walk into a home and everything about your home just reminds you of who you used to be. It's going to be like, HELL. I'm trying to censor myself. But it's going to be really hard to walk into that room, right? It's going to be hard to come home every day because all you see are pictures of who you used to be, pictures of who he used to be and she used to be, things of what were, things that are, things that'll never be again. It's all this baggage and clutter. And that's not to say not to have nice things in your home. It's not to say don't decorate and don't keep stuff. It's to say be intentional about it. You should look into Marie Kondo's her decluttering style. Look around and see what genuinely sparks joy. I think you are scared to do this. Some of you are. I think you're scared to admit how much stuff no longer aligns with your journey, because you've come this far knowing that it helped you. You've come so far with it by your side. It's so hard to let it go. Sometimes this even applies to relationships, and this is not a relationship reading, to be clear, but whatever in your life is not serving you, if you're going to quantum leap and jump into your next reality, into your higher timeline, into one that is more easy for you and one that's more peaceful and more abundant, you've got to let that old go. You've got to let it go. You've got to let it go. I'm seeing you literally holding on to bags of trash right now, and it's trash. You feel like because you paid a certain amount of money, or because you spent a certain amount of time using it or looking at it, or so-and-so gave it to you, you think it's valuable because of that, but you're the magic. You're missing here. I'm hearing the Justin Bieber meme. It's not clocking to you, is it? It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. I'm seeing that image and that audio in my head right now while you're holding this bag of trash. And it's like, it's not clocking to you, is it? It's not clocking to you that you're standing on trash. that's not even your business anymore. You should re-gift that stuff to someone else. You should donate it and give it away. I wouldn't even say sell it, because that's going to stop a lot of you from decluttering if you have to deal with the ins and outs of that. Just donate it. Just donate it. Maybe some of the things, sure, you can repurpose or sell, but like, get it out of your home, because your home needs to start looking like the new brand new version of you. It needs to start looking brand spanking new. And it looks old, freaking old right now, is what I'm hearing. And Spirit is like really hammering this message, because you're holding yourself back from your manifestations at this point in time. You're the current roadblock. You have to get your ish together and get these spaces cleared out. I'm talking photo albums. I'm talking clothes. Like any sort of laundry, dishes. If there's dishes in the sink, if there's clothes on the floor, how are you expecting your life to run smoothly when everywhere you look is a disaster? Everywhere just reminds you of how much you're not doing. Do you know how much that wears down on a soul to be reminded, like, no, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I'm so behind on this, right? Now imagine if your home is clean. And I'm not saying it's easy to get there, because I'm someone who struggles with this myself big time. But let this be your motivation. It is spiritual to declutter. It is spiritual to prune your belongings. It is spiritual to use things for a period of time and then pass them along, either throw them away or give them away. That is extremely spiritual. Where y'all are now in your spiritual journey, it's like you have tapped in enough that the 3D needs to be more of your focus right now. You need to be manifesting in real time. That's what I'm hearing. Manifesting in real time. Look at doing the dishes as manifesting in real time. Look at decluttering your room as manifesting in real time, because you think mistakenly by giving away things, you are losing things. You are not. You are gaining space for the new stuff to come in. How many times have you wanted to get a new version of something, but because you held on to the old version of it, you never fully felt the need for that new version? Like, you always just put up with the old version. Like, let's talk about a pot. Like, let's say your big pot, your one big pot that you love using, gets like a crack in it. And you go, oh man, I need to get a new pot. But you don't throw that big pot away. You keep using it, and you keep thinking every time you look at it, oh shoot, I got to get a new pot. Oh man, I really got to replace that when I have time to. Meanwhile, a whole year has gone by, and I'm looking at some of you collective just because Spirit's asking me to. A whole year has gone by. You still have not gotten rid of some of those things that Spirit has politely asked you to do before. Again, sorry, don't want to be mean. And I'm taking this advice too. But that's kind of the point we're at with some of you, is that this is the only roadblock. The only roadblock now is your fear of your belongings. It's so funny. Spirit says, for so long you feared belonging, and now you are afraid of your belongings. It's so funny to me. And so deeply relatable. There's this fear of like, oh, but if I get rid of it, I won't have enough. If I do this, then I won't have. And Spirit says, trust and I will provide. Like, Spirit is not going to leave you hanging. You don't realize how much is going to come your way. And I'm gonna share you something that happened in my own personal life. I was recently decluttering my closet, and I was going through my clothes. I've been making the switch to natural fibers. That is a task, and not the whole, can't talk about that because it's a whole video talking about this, but I'm transitioning to natural fibers, which is quite the task to do, you know? And I filled up 3 like garbage bags with just, you know, big trash bags with clothes. And I was really scared actually, because a lot of these clothes, I only spent $5 or $10 on each item. Like, these are not, you know, fancy clothes, but I was very afraid because suddenly my closet felt really scarce. And I still have those clothes sitting in the bags in my closet because I haven't gotten a chance to donate them. But anyway, but I told Spirit, I was like, I'm going to go by exactly what you say. If this is, you know, if this still vibes with me, you know, do the materials work now? Cool. Does the style still work? No. All right, then it goes. And that, like, I was pretty brutal with my cut down, and I'm still reeling from that. But guess what? Literally later that day, a neighbor of mine came by, and she dropped off a whole box of witchy supplies. I'm talking like candles and a little like manifestation workbook and goddess cards, 2 little tarot decks. Like, I wish I could make this up. I'm not making it up. I don't even say I wish I could make this up, because that would be crazy to wish I could make it up when I could just have it. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that happened. I literally right outside my apartment, and she was decluttering. I didn't know she was decluttering, but we were both decluttering. She's also witchy. And yeah, it was just crazy. It was like, um, it was just unprecedented. And I just thought to myself, man, this is how it works. Like the universe says, all right, you trusted me. Now I'm going to give you a little down payment so you see what's coming your way. You're going to be having to do a lot of trust falls this season. You're going to have to become very used to letting things go. You're going to have to shed those tears because guess what? A lot of the reason that you shed tears when you get rid of things is because you never fully process the emotions that you were experiencing around the time you had them. I hate to say it, but that's how it is. Generally, when something has lived the full extent of its life, you you have your agreed upon 3 years, if you will, of like living in that place or owning that item or wearing that skirt. You're going to be experiencing, a little bit when you get rid of it, like, oh, I'm sad to see this go, but man, I'm just so happy for the memories. You're going to find though stuff that has unprocessed trauma really is going to be the hardest to let go of. And it won't even necessarily be anything related to that item. I have items that I had no idea were carrying negative vibrations just simply because I had never stopped and quieted my mind and picked up the item and said, what do I feel like when I hold this? I had only ever been looking at those items thinking, blue shirt, okay, long sleeve, gray top, black pants. That's all I was thinking. But guess what? My subconscious brought it to my attention exactly what I was thinking. I had a blue top. I had a blue fuzzy top that I haven't worn in years. I got it. I wore it because it was cheap at like a TJ Maxx. I got it, wore it a couple times. It was like just sleeves. I thought it was fun. I thought I'd wear it more. Guess what? I realized when I was holding that top and thinking, do I want this or not? I thought of a previous partner that I was with, and all I could think of were times with that previous partner that we were hanging out or chatting or me visiting my friends to even get that thing in the first place because I got on a shopping trip with my friends in another state. But it's like, did I have any actual joy that came from this item? And I actually didn't. And it was a cute item, but I didn't really have any joy that came from it. I just had the burden of these memories of things that no longer were. And that shocked me because I have other items that I've had for like 5 years. No problem. I'm like, oh, obviously, I love that. No question, I'm keeping it. But the stuff that makes you pause and be like, I don't know, something about this just isn't right. Usually there's memories attached to it. And I'm sending you so much love because I can feel already some of you are starting to go through this shift. You're starting to perceive the world around you differently. You're starting to see the vibrational frequencies of things. I'm not talking like the people who have this objective clairvoyance where all the stuff is glowing or, you see the spirit standing. I'm not talking about anything that dramatic. What I'm saying is you're suddenly seeing the world around you as it actually is, as it is in a more true way to your vision, which is this in alignment with me or is it not? And this is going to be disturbing some of you. It's going to be uncomfortable for some of you because you become almost callous. You become comfortable being in an uncomfortable world. But as you step closer to your authenticity, you're going to be made uncomfortable more and more frequently because it's like another layer. Okay, great. Another layer is removed. All right, another layer. And like, just think we're removing layers. I'm seeing 333 on my timer on like the callus of your big toe or your heel or something. Okay, we're just removing little layers, bits at a time. No big chunks at once, nothing all at once, but layer by layer. And this is so important for your spiritual journey. I emphasize again, this is spiritual, and I need to emphasize this again. I think Spirit is asking me to say it because you're such a spiritual collective. You're such a spiritually in tune collective that you may discount the kind of labor that this work is. And it is work, but it is going to reward you so much. You have no idea how many blessings are going to come your way. Just trust and donate. Trust and donate. I promise you, because your vision is going to start popping in. It's going to start coloring around you. As you open the space, you're going to recognize what your space was missing, because before you had enough clutter to keep your mind occupied and busy and not focused on what you actually need to do. You're like, I have 100 million things that need doing. And so then you don't get done with all of it or any of it. What this is going to do is bring a little bit more minimalism to your space. Again, I'm not saying be minimalistic, just tone it down so that the stuff is all joy. When you look around you, all you should be feeling is joy as much as possible. Your home is your safe space. This is the only place where you can be yourself most times, right? Some of us can't even be ourselves on the internet, and that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, so if nowhere else in the world, this has to be your sanctuary, and you have to start respecting yourself like a god or a goddess. You have to treat this home as your shrine. If you had an altar dedicated to you, what would it look like? Does your home match that vibe? Does your closet match that vibe? You have to start taking this so seriously, because that's the level of quantum leaping we're talking about now. We're talking about, there are people who spend lifetimes trying to get to the point you're at. Like, you're very old souls, so you're already to this point here in this lifetime. But there are people who will dedicate their entire life to having a fraction of the abilities and the kindness, the empathy, and the understanding you have. And they can do all this stuff and more and still not be where you're at. So you have to show some gratitude for where you're at by cleaning your space up. And it's rough to say this, because I'm not trying to shame anyone. And I hope that comes through, that I'm really not wanting to shame anyone. I am just emphasizing it because, like, this is going to be 20% of the effort you need for the next stage of your journey, and it's going to give you 80% of your results. Have you ever heard that equation of, like, 20% of the wealth is held by 80% of the world's people, or 20% of your daily work produces 80% of the results? It's like the rule of 20-80. Yeah, this is that 20%. This is going to be so simple. You're going to do it, and the results are going to explode. I'm literally seeing celebrity energy coming through for this collective. I'm seeing a collective that is, like, proud to have people come over. They're excited about their space. They're excited to film in their space. They're excited to be in their space. Being in their home energizes them and it rejuvenates them. Can you imagine what it would be like to walk into your home and feel rejuvenated? Oh my God, your game is going to change. I'm, like, so excited for you. It's going to be so much better, because a lot of you walk into your home and it just is another task. And I just feel so sad. This energy is so sad. It's like, you walk into your home, it's another task. Where can you rest? Even your bed, you can't rest at night. Like, you're tossing and turning, you can't rest. Or you're waking up, being like, I have so much to do. You deserve to rest. And the reason you can't even rest in your own home is because there's so much of the stuff that needs to be done. And there is no way to do this other than what I'm coining the term as real-time manifestation. There's no way to move the needle, no way to wash those dishes, no way to pack those clothes and unpack those clothes unless you just do it right now. So this is a big motivating call to all of you. Just keep plugging away at this. I'm not saying to do it all in one day, but you will be shocked and amazed. I promise you. Come back here in a week, a month, whatever, and tell me. I don't care if it's the next day. You can come back and tell me the next day, hey, I actually did it, and you won't believe this. It's a huge difference. Like, someone gave me money. That happens all the time. Did you know you can get money, like, from the world after cleaning your space? It's crazy, and it actually happens. People get free gifts. People get job opportunities. A new relationship comes in. It's also, for those of you looking for a relationship, how do you think you're going to bring someone back to your place if you're not happy with how your place looks, right? So you're roadblocking that. People that are in a relationship, how do you feel about your partner seeing your space when it's, like, not looking as great, right? That's probably not making you happy. I can say that. It may not be actively making you sad, but it's definitely not increasing your happiness. So you got to really start to understand that your star energy can't shine when there's a million cluttered clouds around you. You got to make it so that you brilliantly shine when you move through your space. And when you do that, trust me when I say it's all going to get so much better. But that's the number one thing Spirit wants you to work on right now, is just zoom in on that 3D and just grind. Okay, just grind for a bit. Make sure you enjoy and reward yourself as well. Make sure you have treats every day for doing this, because this is going to be emotionally very taxing on you. But you've got to do this. You've really got to. Spirit has a lot coming up for you this next month. It wants to drop ship these items to you, but it can't if your space is looking the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to end the message there. I'm sending you guys so much love. I'm so freaking excited for this next part of your journey, because it's like I'm vibrating. Like, it's that much energy that's coming in. It's just waiting for you. Okay. So push through. You can do this. It's going to be so amazing. I'm going to be so excited when you guys start reporting back, like, hey, I did this and it worked. Oh my God, I did this and this opportunity came out. I can't wait. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay. So If this resonates, please drop something in the comments below, whether that's just an emoji, or, hitting that like button and subscribing, because that all helps me to reach more people who need to hear this message. And thank you for letting me channel for you again today, Silver Collective. Have a great one.